Very kindly give us your opinion there. Is it excellent, good, fair, or poor? We're doing the same on Facebook as well. TV47 Kenya is a page. Kindly put your comment there and we'll try and sample that as we continue. There's also an analysis done on page 6 and 7 of the Standard talking about Ruto Pulse, president who eats, sleeps and dreams of changing how everything is done. President William Ruto's first 3 years have been marked with a sharp presidential appetite for change. His most remarkable carryover from 2022 election campaigns is easily the refrain, "I am going to change this Kenya." So why does the president love to reinvent the wheel? This author asks, to fix what is not broken and to change what is working. Is it about giving the nation better service than has been the legacy, or is it about building a personal brand of sorts? These are just some of the questions people are asking as we look and take stock of some of the things the president has done. Also with the knowledge that at least in the last 3 years he's managed to accumulate new debt of about 3.5 trillion shillings. And maybe people are asking, where is the money? Because probably there is no physical development project that can be attributed directly to that borrowing. Bwana Sossion, are we being too critical of this president that 3 years on, with only less than 24 months to the next election, there's so many questions about the promises he made and where we are so far?
Well, it's good to ask questions. For any government to be accountable to the people, questions must be asked. And the president is not averse to people asking hard questions. But the president has maintained a very sharp eye contact on the pillars on which he was elected, and even beyond the pillars, and up to and including recalibrating governance of this country so that this country can work better. And by any standards, when you look at the overall macroeconomic indicators, it's a very strong indicator of success. That inflation has come down from a high of 9% and is stabilizing between 3 and 4%. That gives guarantee of access of goods and services by Kenyans, and the cost of living generally coming down. And
even as you continue explaining that, the question has been that, yes, you talk about stabilizing the economy and all these things, and Kenyans are saying, but we are not feeling it in our pockets. So
now, I'm talking about the macro. Feeling is at the micro level, and it's a process. It's not it is not an event. When you have the economy growing and one of the fastest globally at above 5%, that's a very, very good indicator. You have the dollar against the shilling stabilizing very well. And to recalibrate the economy and to bring it to that level that can allow the microeconomic aspects to work is no mean achievement from what it was, what the president inherited. But then when we look even around the pillars, the delivery of the pillars, as the president delivered in agriculture, yes, yeah, because farmers can now work, and there is at least reasonable surplus of food production in the country, including exports, with more enhanced earnings to the farmers in terms of, when you look at coffee, up from 50 shillings per kilo to over 120, and with a stable dollar, then it means it's enhanced earning. These are milestones that we must speak about. When you talk about UHC, despite the challenges that we are seeing, UHC is working. And recalibration of the entire infrastructure of the health sector so that it works, it's already working. And that is a big milestone. To provide health is not a simple thing. Housing, it is being delivered. We are seeing houses coming up right across the country, and we have seen the first Kenyans access their housing. I can't talk much about digital and even MSME space. A lot of work is going on. But if I talk about my favorite subject, education, where the president promised to dignify, respect, recognize, and support teachers, a lot of work has gone on in the entire education space. 100,000 teachers against the 116,000 that were promised will be in the payroll by December this year. That is almost 80% achievement. The CBC that was brought in without proper consultation and involvement of Kenyans has been subjected to continuous review, continuous recalibration through the Presidential Working Party. And we can see our curriculum normalizing and teachers getting more accustomed and able to deliver the curriculum. And we've seen the stability of teachers in terms of being dignified. Policies that were draconian have been dropped, like delocalization, more of them employed, and resumption of massive promotions, both direct and indirect promotions, which had been eliminated with the billions of shillings ring-fenced in the budget, is a big statement by the president, up to and including the collective agreements for teachers. Within 3 years, the president has managed to review teacher salaries twice within 3 years. And that's a big statement. And we are seeing a lot of work in the universities, reorganizing the funding model, dignifying the lecturers, and revamping the universities to be able to deliver teaching, research, and community development. A lot of work is being done.
Thank you,
But only that we focus on building the negatives. We are not discussing the successes.
We only rate him.
This is a moment for us to discuss the successes and achievements.
But we cannot ignore some of the flagship projects that the president promised. The Hustler Fund and where it is now. There's already a headline on page 7 of the Daily Nation. Hustler Fund defaulters to be barred